Who I am? I'm Rickard Anderson. I'm the founder of this place, the Scandinavian Embassy. So I came to Holland as a lawyer, and quite fast understood that Dutch people had a thing about Scandinavians. So when I realized that the career was not really my thing, I decided to open a restaurant here. And during that process, the award-winning barista Nicolas Castaño decided to join me. I talked him into trying the combination of food and coffee, which was a ridiculous thought back then, but turns out it works real well. Amsterdam it's great for starting a business. It's so much easier than what I see in Scandinavia. And not the least, I mean, the clientele, who's accepting just about everything that you put in front of them. You start a new thing in Amsterdam, it's going to be packed for a couple of months at least, even though your concept sucks. When something is new, people try it out, and that's really what I like about the Dutch clientele and Amsterdam as a city as well. I mean, the concept is to actually bring down Scandinavian roasters. We got a couple of fantastic roasters up in Scandinavia, and I mean, there's new roasters coming all the time. That's the concept, actually taking them down here, showing to the world where the coffee scene is in Scandinavia. But not the least to combine it with food. So what we noticed was that in Michelin star restaurants they were normally serving really bad coffee, and 90% of all the guests would actually get that as the last taste before they leave the restaurant. What we saw was that we could do something else with coffee. We could get the food as an element into it, use the coffee as an ingredient because it's a great product. Now we're using everything from the coffee flowers to the cascara, so the dried berries. We're using the acidity, we extract it in vinegar, we're using oils, we're smoking using coffee, it's a great smoking agent. I think, I mean, just bringing it into the meal itself, it's something that I saw was possible when Nicolas showed me this really nice coffees that came out of the roasters in Scandinavia. We really look at coffee as the same way a sommelier would look at wine. I mean, we got the really nice geishas that has these floral notes that I mean, it reminds you of a very floral wine. I mean, Ethiopian coffees, that's our chablis. It works with everything when it comes to seafood. Then we got the natural ones from Brazil, or where we're talking about a heavy Bordeaux. It's really, I mean, we're using the same taste. I mean, the taste wheels are looking exactly the same for wine and coffee, and I mean, the similarities are vast. A lot of people still couldn't understand what the hell we were doing until I actually tried it. So I think we have a long way to go before I mean, and maybe coffee and food never will be mainstream in the way that we want it, but I mean, someone needs to be the pioneer, someone needs to lead the way. It happens that people order a cappuccino and I offer them something else, and when they come back and they see the light for the first time, you really see it in their eyes that shit, coffee is not just this tarry black soup that you're supposed to have milk in to be able to swallow. I mean, and it's fun to say whenever someone is leaving the milk and coffee, it's nice to say welcome to the dark side, because that's really where we are. Coffee is supposed to be, I mean, it's a berry drink. The milk doesn't have anything in it to do. It's just devastating what's actually there. Yeah, I mean, there's still a teaching that goes on. We've been talking about it in the specialty coffee world for a long time, that we're all ambassadors. I mean, here we're definitely, being at Scandinavian Embassy, we're definitely ambassadors. To be able to develop the way we want to, I think it's quite natural to take the next step and start the next place, where the focus can be less on the cappuccino and cinema roll and more on really weird things. The mission will continue forever. I really think so, because we've just been touching base on what we can do with coffee and food.